Hello, everybody. My name is Chris, and this is my YouTube channel. I hope you are all well. It's a wonderful day here in Switzerland. It's the place where I'm actually living. So, what is this YouTube channel about? It's actually about evolution. It's about everything that can help you to evolve to a better version of yourself, physically, mentally, and spiritually, of course. In the last couple of years, I have seen, or I think many people have seen, that a lot of people are actually waking up. They are waking up mentally, and they are waking up spiritually. Mentally, in terms of they start to recognize that many things are not as they should be. Many things are not as they supposed to be, and other things are just not as good as they could be. And I've seen a lot of new YouTube channels around this topic, especially about spirituality, but that's also the point where I think that I have to jump in and to give some help in terms of direction, because a lot of things that those channels discuss are actually not as important as I think. I think they are not as important as they seem to be, and some things are even wrong. To be honest, that's just the case. It's just wrong. Yes, I've also noticed that many of these channels actually talks about topics without even really giving knowledge. Yes, and that's the point where I think, okay, maybe you should jump in and help a little bit and explain to people what you think is spirituality, and what's the right direction. Let's start with the word spirituality. I don't like this word, just because it gives people the feeling that it's something spooky. It's just untouchable and you can't really comprehend it. And that's actually not the case, not at all. You can comprehend it if you gain the right knowledge. It's actually pretty simple. Even it's pretty simple. It's just that you have to understand it. It's about knowledge. People often think that spirituality is about some secret skills that you get inside of you. You are born with it or not, and that's actually not the case. Not the case at all. That's why I don't like the word spirituality. I like the word mental technology. Why? Okay, first thing, what is technology? Technology comes from the word technique, and the technique is actually applied knowledge. If you get knowledge and you know how to use this knowledge, it's a technique, it's a technology. That's it. And that's why it's also true if people say that any big technology looks like it will be magic. It's actually, yeah, it's true, because you just don't understand how it works. But magic and science are actually the same thing. It's the same thing. If you go back in time and you take your smartphone with you, for people in yeah, in, I don't know, 500 years ago, it will be magic if you just take a picture of them, or even you record them and then you show them how they speak and even their own voice. They would think this is magic. and and it's true, it is magic for them. For you, it's just applied knowledge, it's technology. So spirituality is actually just applied knowledge in, not in materialistic ways, but in mental ways, mental and especially energetic. And that's also a big point where I want to discuss about spirituality, mental technology. Yeah, it's also about meditation. I realized that a lot of people are interested in meditation, but there are a lot of bullshit out there. So many bullshit. That's just the truth. Most of those meditation techniques are not real, are just not real meditations. You are just sitting around and sitting quiet, and actually nothing happens, and you know it. And that's also the reason why I think many people jump into meditation, and after a quick time they jump out. They just realize, okay, that's not it. That can't be it. Or they think it's bullshit. They think it just don't work because actually they didn't experience nothing. And the first point is, if you're like this, congratulations, because if nothing happens, don't just believe. Otherwise, you shouldn't even think about spirituality. You should look for a religion. Religion is for people who just want to believe in something without any evidence. Spirituality is for those who are sick of just believing in something without seeing any results. It just sucks. If you're on a spiritual journey and you realize, okay, I don't advance at all, nothing happens in my life, I don't learn nothing new, I don't gain any new abilities, any new senses, there is no connection that I can feel with nothing, that just sucks. You're just wasting your time until you decide to give a fuck in spirituality, because it just don't work. It's just bullshit. And in your case, it might even be right. It is bullshit. If you're doing these meditation techniques that a lot of people are showing, you probably won't see any results, because most of those techniques are just, like I said, sitting around quiet, doing nothing, and actually wasting your time. But that's not what meditation is. If you do meditation right, it's hard. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. It's like a training, like bodybuilding every day. It's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's simple in terms of it's nothing complicated that you have to do. But it's hard in terms of you need to to show up some real discipline, some real dedication to see the results. But if you do, you will evolve. You will realize that you change time after time. You evolve, you change, you start to become smarter. And that's not even a joke. I really mean it. And it even makes sense. I mean, you are actually activating parts of your brain that you often don't activate at all. Some people don't activate those areas their entire life. And you are actually bringing those areas back to life. And of course, your brain can function better if more parts of it are actually helping out. And yes, what kind of things that we are going to talk on this channel more? Yes, a lot of things. Like I said, it's about knowledge, about evolution. Knowledge is also something that you can divide in many areas. I mean, let's talk about, for example, electricity. This will be a big topic in my channel because electricity is actually everywhere. If you are looking for knowledge in terms of knowledge that can help you to improve your life in the situation that you are right now, even without spirituality, you will realize electricity is something actually that we all need. We all need electricity nowadays, and the most people don't even know how to make electricity, even though it's actually pretty simple. It's also pretty simple. You just have to understand the basics of a generator, or to go even deeper, you have to understand the basics of a dynamo. If you know how a dynamo works, you understand actually a generator. And if you understand those two things, you know how to produce electricity. And it goes way further because electricity is also something that has a big impact also in spirituality, even though people don't talk about it. And that's also the point where I mean that meditation in the most case is just not right. If you don't have the energy aspect of it, it's just no meditation. You don't meditate at all, because the energy that's flowing through you is actually electricity. That's why I feel ashamed to be on a planet where we pay for electricity, while it's actually your soul. Your soul is electricity. It's electromagnetic field. So it's electricity and it's light. It's the same thing. It's energy. And you just have to have some knowledge in physics, a little bit quantum physics, a little bit psychology, a little bit understand about the physiology of the human being, biology, and you realize, okay, there are bridges along those things that there are bridges along those things that connect all those topics together. They are one. Yes, your soul is actually electricity, and you are paying every month electric bills, and just because you don't understand how easy it is to actually produce electricity. And that's sad. That's a point where the humanity have to grow out of this. Same thing also with gas. Gas is also pretty easy to produce. But those are things about knowledge about the world, about the system, and I think that they are actually bound together. If the humanity want to evolve, it cannot be just in a spiritual aspect, it cannot also be just in a mental aspect, and it can also not be just in a physical aspect. You know, we have to grow. The next step in our evolution includes all these aspects together. We have to evolve physically, mentally, spiritually, all together, because at the end everything comes together. Okay. um, yes, and that's all the things that I want to discuss in my channel. We are also going to discuss about a lot of mystical things, like the Emerald Tablets of Thought. I just wrote them. I just read it them. Oh my god, I have to apologize for my English. I'm pretty sure I will learn to speak a little bit better English while I'm making this channel. But yeah, the Emerald Tablets of Thought, they are very interesting. I think for someone who's not spiritual at all, or not very advanced in his spirituality, for someone like this, I think that they can be pretty confusing. Like, what the hell is he talking about? The light, the light, the light. But if you evolve in terms of spirituality, you will understand what the light is. It's actually this electromagnetic field that I just talked about, and this is also a big thing in especially in spirituality, or in the knowledge that humanity gave to each other through generations. We have made a big mistake, just a real confusing thing, by adding too many names for the same things. You know, like I said, the electromagnetic field of the human, some places they will call it the aura, but the consciousness is actually also the same thing. Some don't understand it, but those who does understand, they know, okay, that's actually even the same thing. It's even consciousness, so your soul is even the same thing, your spirit is the same thing. If you don't believe me, then just go to a church and ask what's the difference between a soul and a spirit. You will realize there is no difference. They are just playing with words. And as long as they are playing with words, you cannot, it will confuse you, you know? You cannot evolve as long as you are confused. You have to understand what you're actually trying to understand. That's real knowledge. That's why we also said, if you really understand something, you can explain it simple. That's the point. And we have a lot of words for the same thing. Even in the Bible, you will find out that they call it maybe the heavens, like on earth. So the heavens, earth is actually another name for the body, the physical body, and the heavens is actually for the spirit, for the consciousness, the aura, the electromagnetic field. It's all about this. This is the heavens that they are talking about in the Bible, especially in Genesis. But they also use dust, earth to earth, dust to dust. It's also about the same energy. You can find this also in this I don't know if you like science fiction series, but I like some, and one of it is His Dark Materials. It's a series about the movie The Golden Compass. Maybe you remembered it. It's a pretty good story, where they're actually also explaining some things about religion, even though you don't really understand that it parallels to our own world. It's also a reason why actually the government and the church is the same thing in their world. Actually, they're just the authorities, but the main authority is God. It's a very, very interesting series, so if you want to watch it, just watch it. It will help you maybe to understand some little things. And like I said, the knowledge of the humanity has been spread it around. You can see this by the religions. That's why I am not religious, but I'm also not an atheist. I'm actually an omniist. Means I don't believe in nothing, but I have not one religion. I actually think that you can find truth in every religion. There are some little seeds of truth, and if you can pick them up and bring them together, you get the right picture. So yes, all those things, I think I have to share them with the humanity, because yeah, knowledge is something that we don't gain by ourselves. I didn't find out all the things that I know by myself. Actually, I found out nothing by myself. Everything that I know, I gained it from somewhere, and that's why I feel responsible to give my knowledge also away. So the next might be able to go even further than I get, and so we can advance together, because this journey is together. So yes, I would like to talk about a lot of things. Also the potential of the human being. It's something that always interested me. That's actually what brought me onto the journey in spirituality. I was interested in what humans are capable of. What can we do? What is possible? And through this journey, I found out a lot of things. There are people who did amazing things, and so I had to also to find out how how do we learn such amazing things? What way do we have to go to be able to catch up with those frequencies that allow us to step into something bigger? So I found out about people like Mirin Dao. That's an amazing guy who lived some years ago, and he was actually also in Switzerland, here in Basel. This guy was able to cut himself without bleeding. He was actually invincible. He had to focus first, so it was not always like this, but if he was focused and he was ready, you could actually put a knife into his heart and take it out. He will not bleed, he will not feel, it will not hurt him, and he will not have any injuries. So that is amazing. And I also found out about other people like Elitam Elamin and the other Indian guy. Those guys don't need to eat at all. I mean, this guy, okay, I could never test it, but I believe that Elitam Elamin is not a liar, because I've seen a lot of his videos and I can recognize this guy has a lot of knowledge, real knowledge, and I can also recognize, okay, he really went the way of all day meditating, and this is not easy. Like I said before, it's not easy at all. It's actually a hard way to go. You really have to have a big to really want it. If you don't really want it, you will never go this way, because it's a lot of work. But if you really want it and you do it, there are amazing things that are possible. Like Elitam Elamin, he don't eat, he don't drink. That's amazing. And if you watch what history proclaims, that things happened like in the Qigong areas. They will tell you about people who were not eating, not drinking, and even not even sleeping, because sleeping is also gaining energy. If you can get enough energy alone from your meditation, it's possible that you don't even have to sleep anymore. And some people said that those warriors existed. They were training the entire day and meditating, but they were not eating, not sleeping, not drinking. Fucking machines. And if I think about it, all these powers, all this potential is actually inside of us. I think that it would be a shame to live an entire life without actually trying to step into these powers. Because I think that yes, maybe, not maybe, I'm pretty sure, or I am sure, humans can evolve so fucking far that they can even get immortal. I'm pretty sure about this. And I think that most of the stories, even in the Bible, we may think that they are just stories nowadays. We just talk about it like, yeah, it happened, but actually we think, you're crazy. Or some people think it happened, but if you will tell them that it is happening right now, they wouldn't believe it. I don't understand this. How can you believe that something was possible 2,000 years ago, but now it is not? Why? This makes no sense. If it was possible, it is still possible, and it will always be possible. Like the story of Enoch. That is also actually a very interesting story. If you watch about Christianity, you will realize, okay, he never died. He was 365 years with God, and then God took him, but he never died. Then you go to the Jewish stories of Enoch, and you will realize that the angel Metatron is actually Enoch. After his evolution from a human to an angel, he became Metatron. So what the fuck does this mean? Does this mean humans can become angels? If yes, why should I not try it? That's a good goal for the life, I think. And I also think that some people actually found out how to reach those transformations. And I can tell you there's no new technique. If you find a new hobby esoteric YouTuber who tells you a new technique, don't even believe it. Because how the fuck? First thing, you need a lifetime to find out about those techniques, and you need some years until you really know, okay, it works or it doesn't. A 30-year-old YouTuber who claims to have found out a new technique, it can't be right. Come on, just use your brain. It can't be right. he has maybe not even more experience into a human body than yourself, and he is not more intelligent than in the entire human history by his own. But meditation, there's a reason why this exists since more than 100,000 years. I mean, this is a real long time. A really long time. We don't even know what happened in the human history, everything that happened, but we know that meditation is around for a very long time. It's older than praying, it's older than every religion, and it doesn't even matter where it comes from, but actually I'm pretty sure that it comes from the old Egypt, means Kemet, the people of Kem. If you read about the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, you will realize that actually the history of humankind is not that simple and not that straight. Not at all. Not at all. But I also don't like to stay too much in the past. We don't have to stay too much in the past, because actually, even if it's something that is written down, you were not there. You don't know if it really happened. So try to stick with things that you can apply in your life right now. Things that can serve you right now. Even if Jesus existed and he was a good guy who died for us right now, it doesn't serve you at all to just believe in him. It doesn't change your life, just to be honest. But to meditate every single day and to improve your own energetic field, this improves your life right now. It makes your life better, it makes you better, and therefore it makes the entire world better. But it's a lot of work. Yes, you have to do things, and it's not easy at all. You cannot just sit around and watch YouTube videos until you get enlightened. Even I would wish that it was this way too, but it's not like this. It's actually a hard job. It's a hard work. You get to do a lot of things, and if you want me to help you to reach this goal, to go this journey together, you're welcome. So we can stick together, because it's not easy to find like-minded people always. It's not always easy to find people like this. Maybe you have a friend or something like this and you came together to this topic, but maybe you are someone like me and you don't even know one single person on this planet who actually thinks like you, and so you sorry so you can easily feel pretty lonely in this journey, and together it's better. So you have people to talk about, to exchange what you think, and yeah, all type of things, give some knowledge away, and and obtain some knowledge from others. Together we are stronger, together we can grow much faster, and that's why we should do it together. So yeah, I think I said enough for my first video. Yes, that's it. Like I said, my name is Chris, and like I explained, we're gonna talk about a lot of things. We're gonna go into the details where I really explain you how and why and all the things that I really know. But also I'm gonna push you to do the work that is needed to be done, so that you can experience those things. Because if you just watch YouTube videos, you are gaining knowledge, but you cannot experience it, and that's just not enough. You have to experience it so it becomes part of your reality, and if it becomes a part of your reality changes, and at least you have something from this knowledge. Otherwise it just don't serve you at all. To be honest, if you don't apply spirituality into your life, it has no meaning to gain this knowledge. It just don't serve you if you don't apply it. But you can apply it, and I think that someone should show you this, and I am this someone. So welcome to my YouTube channel, and let's have some fun together. Let's evolve together. Let's become better together. See you.